Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Randy, Ragamuffinpiper. Sitting here in the driveway thinking about some of today's chores. Little Tinkerbell here beside me and Lady Gray back there in the background. So, enjoying a very cool morning. It's the coolest it's been in probably a month. It was 41 this morning. And the windows of the house were open, so it was about 53 inside the house. Should we build a fire? No. No. We're enjoying it. Got the hot coffee here and just taking a break right next to the wood shed here where you've seen before. And I've got my Rattray out this morning, my little Fachen. This is I think it's a 106 grape pipe. I had to do a little reaming this morning because I noticed that the inside of the bowl had really closed in, and sometimes I just lose track. You know, I don't think about that kind of stuff all the time. I just light them and enjoy them. But you stop enjoying them when they build up so much cake inside there that cake takes on a flavor that you maybe is ruining your next leaf, you know. And inside there with Brother Gary sending me my sample, which is almost gone, is a Burly morning pipe. And I am going to have to find some or something like it because I do enjoy it. It's a great thing. I posted a short this morning that talked about being the same age as Uncle Jesse on the Dukes of Hazzard. I don't know what happened. How did I get here? I'm actually older than Uncle Jesse was, the actual actor, not the character. I'm older than the actor Denver Pyle was when Dukes of Hazzard started. When I was a teenager, somebody my age would have been old. Don't laugh, Tink. She's just a baby. Made me think a little bit about wisdom and what comes with age. And I used to kind of resent that when I was younger, you know. You don't have to be older to have wisdom. And that's true. You don't have to be older to have wisdom. You absolutely don't. But some of that wisdom comes with the hard knocks. And what do I mean by that? Well, you know, you learn lessons. You learn lessons when you say something maybe you shouldn't have said, or, you know, you had the right idea. You had something good to say. Maybe you had something religious or political that you were saying, and you were right in your mind, but the delivery could have been a lot better. I think and I hope that comes with age. I know you probably don't know this, but I'm a bit opinionated. Right now my wife is going to watch this video and say, "Yes!" A little. That's what she's going to say. And my son. And pretty much anybody that knows me. Anyhow, you know, whether it's political or religious or medical or any of those buzz topics, you know, that are so easily they open up wounds really fast, right? And the delivery is the most important part. You know, we used to talk about, there used to be a term called a Bible thumper, you know, and at church, you know, you would get these new Christians, old Christians, and new. It really doesn't matter how long you've been at the church. Some people just wanted to go out there and just hit you over the head with their religious views, their do's and their don'ts. And you know, I don't think I ever thought that seemed like a good idea. I don't respond well to finger pointing and name calling. Again, see Mrs. Ragamuffinpiper. And I don't think a lot of you do either. So there's some controversy going on in the YTPC all the time, a little bit here and a little bit there, but you know, I stay away from that on this channel for the most part. And yeah, I have my opinions, and sometimes we feel compelled to share them, and we hope that we do them. I hope that I do it in a way that doesn't insult one of you, you know. Sometimes you can't help it, I guess. But I want to talk a little bit about wisdom, and my wife can attest to the fact that I don't hold a lot of high regard for people with master's degrees and PhDs and doctorates. I just don't. I don't dislike any of you that have them, okay? I just think there's a lot of people out there that take so much pride in the fact that they've done that. They think their opinion should count for more than someone who's lived a life and learned the lessons by living it, by doing. The wisest man I know, one of the wisest men I ever knew was my dad. My dad never finished high school. My dad came from a poor family, and he had to go to work at 11 or 12 years old. He worked all night delivering milk and couldn't stay awake during school, so it was either one or the other. So it was delivering milk and making money. He was, however, able to finish World War II. So that young man gave up high school, went to work before he was even a teen, drove a truck at 12 and 13 years old, went to war, was in the Navy, delivered men to the beaches. The things that people did to learn and to gain wisdom, to gain knowledge. Wisdom doesn't always mean you can put a rocket in orbit. Sometimes wisdom knows when you need to keep your mouth shut. Something I've had a hard time learning in my life. Wisdom is knowing when to listen and when to talk. Wisdom is knowing how to help and how to find out how to help if you don't know how. My dad would have been able to help you put a rocket into space. You know, he'd have helped you build it. He might not have done much in the technical aspect of it. He could barely write. I mean, he could write, but he hated to write because he didn't know how to spell a lot of things. But he taught himself well. And I think a lot of people that knew him would have told you that that's a genuinely nice man. He's a good man. And he's intelligent. So I think a little bit about the intelligence of silence. Sometimes we need to listen. And all the time we need to think about our delivery. It's hard to win somebody over if you're talking about politics or religion or talking to your kids, your grandkids, your neighbor. It's hard to win somebody over when they feel insulted in the first 2 minutes of your conversation. It's hard. I think you would stop listening, and I know I would. On this beautiful Friday it's Friday morning. It's a beautiful day. Nice and cool. I think more about what we can do to help each other, or what we can do to build each other up. Isn't that more important? Just for a second, I want to remind you that Jesus went around, he befriended everybody. Yeah, he threw over some tables to prove a point to people who were being mean and evil to others. But the people who probably didn't ever expect it, he was as kind as he could be. It didn't change his opinion on what was right and what was wrong. He still had that. But by starting out nice, by starting out compassionate, by starting out with grace and some mercy, he was able to share those beliefs with them because they wanted to know. They had questions. They were inquisitive. They followed. Whether you're a Christian or not, I think you can apply this to your life. My mom used to say you can attract more flies with honey than vinegar. You know, we call those, you know, the little isms of life, the little sayings, but man, people talked about Aesop and his fables, those, you know, words to live by. Have you studied the masters? Well, you can attract more flies with honey than vinegar. You know, if you don't get the depth of that, then you're not thinking about it long enough. Or maybe you're thinking about it too much. Anyhow, well, it's time for me to get on to work. I hope you all just treat each other with grace and with love and some compassion, and I enjoy having every one of you here. It's a hoot for me to get to converse with you in the comments and have some coffee with you, enjoy a pipe. It really never gets old. But until next time, may your travels be beautiful, be safe. May your days be full of mercy and grace, and make it the best one yet. If you're having a hard day today, just keep putting one foot in front of the other. It'll get better.